Morning, it's March 3rd, 2017. I'm here at Burr Oak Lodge and Conference Center in Gloucester, Ohio, and want to challenge our folks. Thank God for them that are coming out this way for our marriage retreat this Friday and Saturday, and I look forward to a good time around the things of God. And on the subject of marriage here this Friday, I wanted to say a couple of thoughts about our theme, and our theme is a broken marriage. And we see a lot of brokenness in marriage in our culture today. Even the definition of marriage has been redefined as of late. But ultimately, God created marriage in perfection, and He intended for marriage to be a man and a woman for life. And that's what God's original intent was in the subject of marriage. And there was no brokenness. When He looked at that, He said it is very good. And God intended it to be that way. But something happened when man there in the garden took of that fruit and he sinned against God, that brokenness entered the world. And we see brokenness in all levels. We see it brokenness in our health. We see it brokenness in our economies. We see brokenness in the ecosystem we live in. We see brokenness, obviously, in the relationships we go into. We see brokenness in our child rearing. We see brokenness in our finances. We see brokenness in every man's form of government. There is no form of government that is without brokenness. And brokenness exists everywhere. And that brokenness bleeds over, obviously, into our homes. And what ends up happening is that brokenness ends up tearing our homes apart. You see, the fact is each person that comes into a marriage relationship is already broken together. They're already broken. Each individual is broken. And then we look to the answer and say, where are we going to find the answer? Well, brokenness, the solution to that is find somebody who can redeem us from our brokenness. And we begin to look to broken things to fix brokenness. And it never will. There will never be a time when something that is already broken will solve your brokenness. And that's why the relationships of life cannot bear the freight of our brokenness. They never will. They never have been designed to do that. As reality, the relationships that we enter into, though they are flawed and though they are broken, are there to point us to the one who could handle our brokenness. And when we come to the marriage relationship, there is no other relationship that needs the gospel to be brought to bear upon that relationship more than marriage. Every relationship needs the gospel. It's lacking so much in marriage in our culture because we see marriage as being the end result of romance. We see it being the end result of some kind of emotional love. And what we say is that there's going to be that romance will bring redemption. But ultimately, romance does not bring redemption. Romance brings two broken people together who need redemption. And the redemption is only found through the sufficient work of Jesus Christ when He died on the cross. And so marriage, again, is not the answer to our problem, any more than money is the answer to our problem or government is the answer to our problem. But marriage is dependent upon the solution to our problem, that is the Lord Jesus Christ. And the only way we come to Him is, first off, is we realize that we are broken. We are broken by our own sin. David said, in sin did my mother conceive me. And then later on, he said, a broken spirit and a contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. And that's what God's looking for. He's not looking for the works of our hands to solve our brokenness. He's looking for us admission of brokenness and looking to Him who was broken for us that we might be made whole. Hope it'll be an encouragement to you. Look forward to seeing those of you at Liberty here tomorrow, and the rest of you will see you next Monday in the study. Thank you.